Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kima, of course. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you're hitting that bell, okay? So you know when I drop. If you do anything, just follow me on my Instagram. Number one, let's talk about my hair. This is not like balding. My lace starts here. When I bleach my knots, the bleach totally ran through. So most of this you see is hair. It's just bleach, so I have to go back in and touch it up. And I couldn't really tell until I got it on my head. So I spoke on it. Let's move on. Today this video is very much themed. The title may be a little clickbaitish. I'm sorry, but a girl trying to grow a channel get some views. I can admit it. I have became more in tune with myself lately, knowing what I want romantically, knowing what I don't want, what do I need. And this makeup is for all of the girls that gotta break it off, all the dudes that gotta break it off with somebody in their life. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna snatch the hell out this face, because we're gonna break up with that nigga today. This makeup is gonna be very much bad bitch, very much angry face, very much pull back, very much I'm mad and you see it on my face type of look. Honey, it's breaking up season. The quarantine done lifted a little bit, so I know y'all out there smushing and dushing and doing all those kind of great things. Time to pull it back in. We just gonna be breaking up with people left and right, honey. I'm gonna be breaking up with people I'm not even involved with. It's gonna really be horrible for them. Everything that I don't have, I can achieve through makeup. So jumping right on in, I'm gonna take my e.l.f. Daily Hydrating Moisturizer with purified water, jojoba, and vitamin E. I feel like this is like $6. This is so good for people who are oily. It's not slit at all. Like, it dries down. If your skin is spitting oil, you're oily all the time, you're not getting enough moisturization, girl, you get it. The primer that I'm using is the Milk Cosmetic Primer, the Hydro Grip Primer, but I don't do this until after I do my brows. So just so you know, because I might forget to tell you again, before I do primer, I like to go in and do my eyebrows, and I take some powder, and I'm using the Fenty Hazelnut, and I put that all over my eyebrow area just to make sure it is absorbing all of the oils that might be left in between the eyebrows. And the pencil that I'm using is the Precisely My Brow pencil, and this is in the shade 5. I first start at the very bottom and I do light strokes. So I lightly fill them in. I have hair, my hair is down here, but I take that brow straight out, like above the hair, because we're gonna carve all of that out. This is gonna give you that pull back, that very much, you know, snatch look. So now I'm brushing them straight, and then I'm gonna go on top and start filling that in. And I'm also like filling it in, but I'm lifting it up. It's very thick up here at the front, but it's sparse when you get out here. So that's what I'm filling in. I only curve it down a little bit, then I start connecting it downward. This brow is a bitch. So I'm gonna do my other brow and I'm gonna carve them out, and I'll be right back. It's me, yo, DCEO, Diamond Beso, Don't Necesito, fly me out where it's warm, I say frio. So what I'm doing now is I'm gonna take the 16-hour Camo Concealer, and this is in the shade Deep Cinnamon. This is more like a peach. Baby, you like it raw, give it to me totally noche. Gabbana, just rip me right out of my Dolce. Dima Leno OJ. We're gonna start with eyeshadow. And almost always, well, not almost always, lately, I always go in with my bronzer first. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Mocha Mommy bronzer. This helps me map out what I'm going to do on the eye. And since we want everything pulled back, we're going to start at the outer corner, and we're going to start taking that bronzer up, just drawing a line back. So I'm first using this pencil brush to go in and just lay that color down in the crease. I'll make sure I look forward so that the direction and the angle is right, because I'm more of a front facing type of hoe. Bitch, please don't kiss me from the side. Then I'm going to take a fluffier brush, look straight ahead, and I'm going to start working that right into wherever it's going to be when I look straight ahead. And that's going to give you basically the shape. But the main thing is you want it to be pulled out, because you want it to give that very much angular, I'm upset, give me my dog back. I'm going to take a darker color. I'm going to go into the Subculture palette. I'm going to take Fudge. As you can see, I use that whole a lot. We're gonna open our eyes and we're gonna put that right here in the inside. You see how you can see it while your eye is still open? I'm just gonna blend it up as far as I can reach it. Girl, I don't know what happened. I'm gonna go back to that bronzer and then you're gonna go on top of that. So now we're gonna cut the crease. Wait. So apparently my camera overheated. All I did was cut the crease with the Becca and I went back in with the Fenty Beauty bronzer and I started bringing that inside of that crease to close it up like so. And then I'm taking the Meet Matte Adore. It's a palette by the Balm. You know this is pedestrian makeup, girl. I thought these colors were cute when I first bought it. Oh, and I'm gonna use this top color. Is called Matte Bernard. I'm gonna use that all over the lid. I'm gonna start back here. You start blending it into that Mocha Mommy. So you just gonna fill it in. And I go back into that blending brush that I use the Mocha Mommy with, and I'm just going to make sure this is still blended beautifully. Boom. I took the Maybelline Tattoo. The wing doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna smoke it out. You honestly should use a pencil. So I'm gonna go in with Rowdy by Anastasia, and I'm gonna place that all over where I put that liner. So I'm just gonna press this all over that liner. It's looking a little ashy on camera, but it looks good in person. So we're gonna start like smoking that line out. So all you do is take a little bit of eyeshadow and you're gonna go in and you're just gonna start blending on top of that line. So you see how that is like blended out into there. And the next color I'm gonna take is the color right on top of that, which is the Axis. And I'm gonna go right on top of that Rowdy color, that first color. I'm gonna take that pencil brush and I'm just gonna start blending that out. So I'm gonna add some mascara, one strong pump in my hand. I'm gonna take my foundation and I'm using the HD foundation, and this is in the color Y513. And I take that. Oh no, not that first. I'm skipping all over the place, y'all. I'm sorry. Alright, so first I'm going to color correct, and I'm going to color correct the chin, the mustache, the acne scars under the eye, the sides of the nose. And I'm going to take a brush, like a dual fiber brush, and I'm going to start blending that in. And that's the same e.l.f. concealer. And you want to conceal because you never know. You might go in and start breaking up with that dude, girl, and you might get nervous and start sweating. And you don't want this coloration to start popping through while you're trying to break a dude heart, honey. Remember when I poured that primer on my hand? So now we're going to take our foundation and we're going to mix it with that primer. Mix it together, apply. Y'all, I can't really see, so I'm gonna turn my light up and turn y'all light down. You know, I've been trying this HD foundation, and I remember when everybody was in love with HD foundation. It's not really doing anything for me, and plus it's the wrong color. Better am. All of them bitches I'm better than. Mansions and Malibu, Babylon, but I never mentioned everything a devil in. I know it's orange, but what I find with the HD foundation is that, honey, it's almost sweat proof, because the first time I wore it, I did a shoot and like I was sweating boots, Georgia, honey, because it was hot outside. I find that you have to do a layer, let it dry, and then go back in and do another layer, because it's not full coverage, honey. So the first thing I'm going to do to start toning everything down is we're going to go in and we're going to highlight. I take my color corrector again and I take the brush. And this is how you're going to create that pullback face. I'm going to take where my eye is, look forward, and I'm going to start cutting it up. This is the first process of my concealer application. You want to lightly, if you have the dark colors like I have, you want to lightly go over the dark colors, because you do not want them to rub and bleed and mix, right? So I take the rest and I recolor correct the inside, under the nose, where the shadows might fall. And then I go in with my concealer again, the e.l.f. in Deep Cinnamon. Yep. And we're going to go in between that, right? Right. So we're gonna go in and we're going to blend all of this out. Take that same concealer, the e.l.f. Gonna do a tip on the forehead, down the nose, tip. We're gonna blend that. Bellissimo. This is how we're gonna get back on the brown side of things, honey. The e.l.f. concealers are like some of the best concealers that I have. Like out of all my concealers. The e.l.f. Camo Concealer 16 Hour, and this is in Rich Ebony. That's a pretty good name for this color, because sometimes these shades be off. They'll name it Ebony and it'll be goddamn cinnamon. And I'm gonna go in and start contouring. This is going to give us color. So I'll take this all into my ear, down. I'm gonna do the other side. Make sure it match. I go right on the cheek. It was a little much. Take it up. If it's too much, wipe some mud off. Blend, blend, blend. You just want to blend those edges out. Chin. This is what I've been waiting to do, honey. Take this dark color into my lace, and I take a little bit and I start going right across here. So we got to tone this chin down. With sponge, blend it all together. This is where the magic comes in. You have to go back in with your concealer just a little bit, because we need to redefine those areas. So we're going to go back in with our Japanese brush and we're going to blend all of this out. I'm going to take the sponge and we're just going to re-blend the cheeks. I'm going to take the Honey Setting Spray by Fenty, and I always go in with a brush first. So you want to make sure everything, all your creases are uncreased, and you're going to go in and lightly set. I set until that like powder disappears, because you don't want your concealer to be all crackety creasity when you trying to break up with a dude, because he gonna be looking all on the eyes like, this bitch trying to break up with me. She need to break up with whatever powder she using. Boom. See, it doesn't look that orange anymore. It's still up in the eyes. I got them skills, ho. So we're gonna take Walnuts by Fenty, and I'm going to put that on a powder puff, put that in my hand, and this is how I'm going to set everything else. Neck, forehead, cheek, mouth, chin, throat. Just that simple. You don't need a lot because you're going to go in with other powders, girl. I'm the powder girl. What I use to bronze is the Black Radiance Compact Powders. Put that on a bronzing brush, but I turn to the side and I bronze like this, because you just bring in color back to that concealer. Put that on the chin, and this is going to connect our chest color, hopefully, to our face color, hopefully. I'm going to go back into that color that we bronzed with, and this is what I'm going to do my nose with. Honey. Lighter powder. This is way lighter than me, but once I put it on, it's like a brightener. You see how it kind of disappears into my foundation, and it's kind of brightening my foundation up. And I use a lighter powder, so this is going to help take down the powderiness. While my nose and stuff is still moist, I'm going to take Whisper of Guilt by MAC. Hit the mouth. Oh yes. The nose. Down the nose. Excellent. The ear. Always. Do a little bit on the forehead, because we want to glow, because it's going to be nighttime and I'm going to break up with him under the street lights, and I want to glow. This is basically it. Oh, I gotta put some blush on. Black Radiance Toasted Almond Blush. I take that and I keep that back here. I'm gonna come back and I'm going to have my lashes on and a lip, and we'll tell these dudes where they can kiss it. Alright guys, this is the final look. So what did I use on my lips? I use the NYX Pencil in Espresso. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Matte Lipstick in Latte. And I use the Pure 4-in-1 Lip Topper in the shade Queen. That's what I have on my lip. I hope you guys like the finished look. I feel so feminine, so vaginal, so like angry. I am so ready to break up with a man. Very much pulled back, very much evil face, evil stepmother. We're gonna break up with a dude, so let's be extra. I'm gonna take this Do You French Glow Luminous Face Primer by Too Faced, and I'm actually gonna put it on the skin, honey. Ready? Honey, don't let the tip pop out. Jeremy, it's over. I saw you talking to that whore. And anybody that talk to that whore, walk with that whore, bark with that whore. So you go out there and you be with that whore. It's over between you and me. Don't cry. This is what you're gonna lose because you're a loser. And don't call my phone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please look in the description box for any links that I have. My social media will be down there. Make sure that you subscribe, hit that notification bell button, and leave a beautiful, gorgeous, glamorous comment, honey, about all this femininity that you see on your camera. Okay? And I will see you guys on my next one. Bye.